Who's next? Win gratitude.
Got a gratitude. So just the way this company, I don't want to say reinvents itself, but it kind of evolves every 5 years, and that's something that they talk about, because if they don't innovate and they don't evolve, they're going to kind of dry up, and kind of get pushed off on the back burner. So they're always looking for ways to stay current. I think that's why they've come out with a new logo. They've come out with new colors. Everything in the store was blue and gray. I think the new shaker cups have a blue top on them. And they've got a new video series coming out too on Ice Movie called the Family Series, and it's videos with the Cougars talking about the Cougars. So it's Peter, it's Eric, it's Jim, and it's Kathy talking about each other in separate videos, which really look pretty cool. Again, it has to do a lot with family and culture, and I like to see that because it really makes this feel really all inclusive.
Family feel for sure. Cool. Who's next? Tomas.
I guess for me, it was my first celebration. I was at NYKO. So just kind of not only the whole atmosphere, but even leading up to it, having people kind of step up to be leaders who might not have done that before. So I know just some of the people that I'm kind of close to, especially my sister Mona, like she was awesome as far as helping to plan and get people there. And then just while we were there at the event, I guess a couple of days before the event, Kate, who may or may not be on the call, I'm not sure, she reached out to a friend because we had extra room in our house that we rented, and had a friend drive. Her and her husband drove down from Maine, like literally 2 days before the event, got invited and showed up. Seemed to have a pretty good experience. And then the day of the kind of the big team party with JoJo and the MacArthurs, there was one of our new teammates, or I guess she's not really a new teammate, but first time I'd met her, Morgan. She kind of stepped up and was able to speak to the whole group about an experience that she had from kind of a challenge from one of the speakers to send out a text message to somebody. And she had a great reply, but seeing a young person kind of go up there and talk to a group and just kind of be fearless, like, to me, it gave me goosebumps. And so just kind of the whole thing overall was just pretty amazing. So like I said, I'm glad I was there, and probably won't miss another event anytime soon. Like, it was pretty powerful. So.
Thank you, Tomas. Thank you. What's as a winner gratitude?
Something, Tomas, like what you shared, and I was just sharing this with, because Kate is in the car with me, by the way. Hi, Kate. So the statistics is, I think Eric Worre shared this with us at, where was he? NYKO celebration? I don't know. So for every person that you bring to an event, it doesn't guarantee, but it can generate $1,000 for your business for that year. So imagine if you brought 10 people to the next event, there's $10,000. Or if you brought 20 people, so you want to increase your income, bring people to events. It's super powerful and super impactful.
Cool. Who else would like to chime in with a winner of gratitude? And then we'll let Mona take it, or let Anna take it away. Did it again. Never fails. So, win or gratitude. Kate, looks like you got your hair did. Anyone else? What are you eating?
I'm getting ready to, okay, so Kyle, Kate's, almost said Kate's wife. So instead of mixing Cleanse for Life, that's a pre-workout. I actually love it like this.
That actually looks really good.
And it's actually so much more efficient.
Sweet and
So yeah,
tangy.
that's what I'm doing. It is sweet and tangy.
Dang, that looks like pretty awesome. That's like look at a liquefied sweet tart.
Yeah,
You're chasing
no
it with
kidding.
water, or a powdered sweet tart.
It's better than chasing it with tequila.
Tomas? I'm not really sure about that one. And I only say Tomas because of the hydration conversation back and forth. So cool. And all good stuff. People are coming off of a huge event, and it's time to get back into the groove and get out there and just share. So, Anna, could you share, as we talked, this platform is causing me, Anna, and getting into some of the gems that people are walking away with, and any of the info. Obviously, we can go to our Isogenics sites, study, go to isagenixhealth.net. I'll say that again. The isagenixhealth.net has a load of information if you don't catch it 100% from what we talk about on this call, because this is meant to be just a short little condensed call. And then from here, ask questions, write notes. We're all here to help each other out. So, Anna, take it away.
All right, so we're going to chat about some of the opportunities so again, we're talking about the, Isogenics and how great, how generous they are. That's the word I'm looking for. So they are coming, they do contests for us all the time. Right now, the contest is dashed to Disney. So if you go into your back office and you click on contests and promotions, there's the link there. There's the contest rules. There's, again, what I was sharing before is that you need to opt into it. And there's a tracker. So you'll bring up a form, and once you start enrolling people, you can see your points there. So basically it's, Paul was correct. It's actually July 30th through, so it's already began, right? So anybody that you enrolled from July 30th and to now will count. And it goes through November 18th. So for every person that you enroll, their initial pack, for every point, you get, for every BV, one BV, you get 1 point. Their auto ship orders after that, the next 3 auto ship orders, every 1 BV is 1 point. Okay. So let's say Tomas enrolls Sue. Okay. I enroll Tomas, so I get 450 BV because he did 150 his first auto shipment, and then he did 150 the other 3. I think the math is wrong, but you get my drift. So then Tomas goes and then he enrolls Sue, right? So he gets the 1 point per 1 BV, but then I get 3 points for the initial order. So my 1 BV, so 150 BV is actually 450 points for me. Is that the right math? We'll say it is. So then every auto ship thereafter, if it's 150 BV times 3, you get 450 BV for each auto ship order. So Isogenics is genius when they create these events, because they create events off the fundamentals of what we need to be doing on a daily basis. And that is sharing this gift of Isogenics and building our team members up. So when we talked about IPAs and how to build our business last week, and Chad, or the week before that, and Chad shared with us all of the actions that we should be taking on a daily basis to build our business, that's what these contests or promotions are, right? You go, you help Tomas enroll, and he starts to get healthy, and then he goes and he shares it with somebody else. And because you are building Tomas up and you are helping him build his business, you are being rewarded. So again, so if you go into your back office, contests and promotions, opt into it. That's super important. I apologize. I looked at it earlier, but I couldn't find the date. If somebody can find it real quick, I don't know, Mona or Chad, if you know it. There's a date that you have to enroll by in order to, and once you do, it goes back to July 30th and takes all of those points and accumulates it. So just because let's say you waited 2 or 3 weeks to enroll in or to opt into it, doesn't mean that the points that started in July 30th, you wouldn't receive those. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's as far as the contest and promotions go. Does anybody have any questions in regards to that?
We also got free membership till the 19th.
Yes.
I have something. Can you hear me?
Sure. Yes. Who's that, Jared?
Yeah. Yes, it's Jared. I'm on a road right now, so I might have bad signal every now and then.
Be careful.
Yeah, I am. But my thing is this: as far as the Disney, when we're enrolling people, I'm gonna still focus on getting 2. As far as getting 1 enrollment, and then having that one find 2 people that want to go to Disney with them. That way I'm creating a consult. That way I'm creating a consultant, and they're actually getting their product paid for.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And that's what I shared before, is that's what we want to do, right? So we are being rewarded for for helping our associates get to consultant. So just because Tomas enrolled 1 person, that doesn't mean if he enrolls a 2nd person that you don't get the same amount of EV, right? So
Right.
yes, we definitely want to continue to do that, because that builds your business while you're building their business. So yeah, absolutely. And so I didn't share this, Paul shared it. So we talked about the points. In order to get the 4 tickets, okay, so you get 4 tickets to Disney for a 3-day pass, basically. So everybody gets that once they hit 10,000 points. So I think I roughly did the math yesterday. If you enroll 5 people and help them each enroll 1 person, you've got your 10,000 points between now and November 18th. Like, how easy is it to achieve? That's so funny. You can see my hand right there. Sorry, squirrel. So if you do that within, between now and November 18th, I mean, how easy is that to do that? Just to reach out and bless 5 more individuals within the next 3 months, right? So then after that, if you, the top 200 individuals, 200 enrollers will get a hotel stay plus the 4 tickets. And the top 100 enrollers for US and Puerto Rico will get a $1,000 shopping spree plus the hotel plus the 4 tickets. So yeah, just like Jared said, like, go out there, share and bless somebody with this amazing nutrition and this amazing business. And this is something that they shared with, Kathy's vision is that, so right now we have 15% of the individuals currently in Isogenics are business builder. 85% are product users. We are a sustainable, long-term legacy company because people use our products, which is fantastic. Her vision is to increase our business builders to 30%, to double that. So instead of having 13,000 or 16,000, however many were at Celebration, imagine having 26,000 people. We might have to rent out the Dallas Stadium or pick out another stadium that's really big. I don't watch football. But how amazing would that be? Like, we want to take our company beyond $6 billion. We do it by sharing this gift with other individuals. And not just because there's a free, a trip to Disney. Maybe that motivates you, maybe that doesn't. But building your business and sharing this gift with other people is the motivation. So that's what we want to encourage everyone to do. And so reach out to your leaders, reach out to the person who enrolled you, reach out to your sideline, your downline, your upline, whatever you need. Let's get you to Disney. Get your family to Disney. How cool would it be? And something that they shared with as well is that share this with your family So they provided us a magnet. Anybody who wasn't there and would like a magnet, send me a message, give me your address, I'll send you one. I grabbed a couple extra for my team members that I'm going to enroll between now and then. But if you want one for yourself as well, send me a message, I will send it to you. But enroll your family members in this. So that they're invested in, so when you have to say, I'm so sorry, I have to go and take a phone call, babe. You know, I'm watching your practice, but I have to be over here, mommy's working. They're like, if they know that there's a reward for them at the end of it. I have a 5-year-old, right, and a 12-year-old. And so sometimes they don't understand why mommy has to get on the phone and not be fully 100% present when they desire me to be so. And that can be hard as a parent. That can be hard as another human when you're taking time away from the people you're trying to spend the most time with, right? So get them invested so that they can be super excited about you achieving this goal, because then it means a trip at the end of it for them. And how amazing would that be? Okay. So anything, Mona, that you want to add to that, or Tomas or Paul?
Actually, I do. I think my biggest takeaway from this entire event, and it was for me because it was what I needed to hear. So it may not be what you need to hear now, but it's use the scripts, because the scripts were designed by people who are brilliant, who have done this, who have not used scripts and who have fallen on their face, who have used poorly written scripts and made some progress, and who have designed perfectly made scripts so that they could become millionaires. And there are literally scripts within contests and promotions when you click on Dash to Disney, and it literally verbatim gives you what to text your friend. So we don't have to be rocket scientists. We just have to learn how to use the copy and paste button. It's so simple, but we can try to reinvent the wheel and then fall off the bike, because I have been that person for 3 years who has gotten on a new bike and fallen off, and a new bike and fallen off. And finally, I heard, Mona, here's a beautiful bike, and you won't fall off if you don't try to reinvent your wheel. Just get on this bike, copy and paste, fight through the fears of, what if this isn't authentic? Well, this doesn't sound like me. It sounds like me if I copy and paste it 50 times. It sounds like me if I read through those scripts in my own voice 1,000 times. It becomes me. I just have to push past the fear of the first 3 or 4 or 5 times. So if you guys need help with scripts, we'll direct you to those scripts. But that is how this becomes duplicable. And with duplication becomes leverage. And with leverage becomes earning money when you're asleep. And it's a lot of fun to wake up and look at your isopulse and see another cycle higher than it was when you went to bed off a call that you didn't have to make. So use the scripts, use your team, use the brilliant millionaires that have created these scripts, because they're there for us for a reason. And if you want to focus on Dash to Disney, there are scripts literally for Dash to Disney. And if you want to focus on scripts that just have to do with health and wellness, we can find those for you. So use the scripts, because that's where duplication comes. Use the scripts so that your team members can use those same scripts and grow our teams, help and bless more people. And then we don't have to fall off any more bikes anymore, because falling off the bikes hurts. So that's my 2 cents. It kind of goes hand in hand. Use the scripts from Disney. Let's go to Disney. Everybody wants to be at Disney, like even old ladies like me. So anyway, let us know how we can help you.
Love it. And Mona, you're so right. Like so when Isogenics creates something, they go out into the field and they ask the people who are doing the do every single day. So it's not somebody from corporate who's not out and sharing this gift. It's individuals like Tanya Kirkpatrick, Laura Stevens, like they're Zach Slobin. Like the video that's coming out, he had a huge hand in that, because he's part of he's doing the do every single day. And so, Kyle, Kate's husband, and I were chatting, and he was like, Kyle, sorry, I'm using him. I want to know everything. How can I share this if I don't know? And we really try to impart on him. And this is something that they shared as well, that you don't have to be the expert. You will constantly learn, you will constantly grow, and you'll find out about the ingredients, and you'll find out, about the greens and what they do and what they don't do, and how our greens are the best on the planet. But in the meantime, and because, like Mona said, we want duplication. Duplication is key because there is only one of you. And you can't be in 15 places at one time. Tried it, it's physically impossible. So use the script. Somebody asks, hey, what does cleanse do? Oh my gosh, that's such a great question. Let me send you this tool so you have a reference to reference back to. Just in case you don't get it the first time, because I don't know about you. I don't get something on the first time. Repetition is key. So if you show somebody brand new, hey, Kyle he didn't have to know everything. He just sent me a tool, and I remember where that tool is. How easy is it to duplicate that? Otherwise, Kyle becomes the expert. He brings on somebody new, and he's like, I can't do what you're doing. I don't know about ashwagandha. I've never even heard that word before. Aloe. I thought that's something you put in your skin when you get a sunburn. Like, imagine, that's the thing that people hear. But instead, if you just send them a video and they have something to reference back to, one, they're learning, and two, they can see that they can do it as well. Jared, do you have a question? It looks like your hand's up. Is that what that thing is?
Yes, it's not more of it. It's more of just something I just want to kind of say. Yeah, I mean, it's like Tony Robbins say, whatever you see in your mind, that's what you're going to go for. That's what your mind is going to go for. So, if you look in a room or you close your eye, you look in a room, you say, find everything that's red. You're going to look for everything that's red. And you say, close your eyes. Now, tell me what was blue in that room. You're not going to be able to tell because you look for everything that was red. So just like apply that to this situation here, where you're going, put it in your mind, you're going to Disney. Just write it down on your calendar. You're going to Disney, March the 14th through the 17th, whatever 3 days it is. Write it in your calendar. I'm going to Disney these 3 days. So now your mind will do what it needs to do to get you to Disney. And it's just that simple. Your mind will find the solution to allow you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Period. And that's with anything in life. So use that same thing. Put it in your calendar. Write it in your calendar. Just make up your mind. Go to Disney and use the script like was told, and it's going to happen. I mean that's it. So, and then I also want to say, just like Jessica pointed out, excited, confused. Excited, confused. Everybody see you so excited about you going to Disney, they're going to be like, I want to go too. So whenever you post or make a live, Facebook Live, hey, I have some free tickets to Disney. If you're interested, go ahead and comment below. You're going to get a whole bunch of comments. And then that's when you use the script. Use Zoom, face to face, each person face to face. Take that time out and come up with some kind of presentation or video to send them after you had that face to face and hit those pain points. Why do you want to go to Disney? Well, because we've never been before. Why haven't you gone to Disney before? We don't have the money. And then that's when you kind of hit those pain points to kind of put that vision in their head. It's like, wow, make it real. Make it real to them. Because if you go directly into, the selling point, they're gonna be like, they can't do it. They don't have that vision in their head. They're used to, I don't have the money. So create that vision, but excited, confused.
Well, they need to be emotionally invested in it, right? So awesome. Thank you for that, Jared. Really, really appreciate it. For those of you who didn't attend, we launched essential oils. Who's excited about that? I know we talked about it a little bit last time, but so we got a chance to try them out, and they're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. So that's another opportunity for us to share the Isogenics life, right? So share with people somebody, actually another leader in the company, made a really, really good point. So a lot of people, I don't know if you guys have been seeing it, but since we announced that we were going to do essential oils, a lot of people have said, hey, you know, who knows about essential oils, you know, and what have you been doing with them? When you ask a post like that, you're going to get a lot of experts saying, oh, I use essential oils, you got to be careful for this, you got to be careful for that. Instead, generate interest and show people how you use essential oils in your everyday life. So put some lemon in your water. And oh my gosh, you know, I was always challenged to drink enough water every single day. But now that I started using lemon in my water, it's so much easier. Or, you know, I have a challenging time going to bed, and I put lavender in, you know, diffuse it in my cool little diffuser on the side of my bed, and what a beautiful night's sleep. Or I put it in my office to help me concentrate, or whatever it is that you're like, show and generate interest so that people go, oh, hey, can you tell me a little bit more about what you're using that for? Maybe some other uses that you use it for. And if you're not an expert in essential oils, which you are not required to be, we have tools to be able to send them. All right, so I know it's 9 o'clock and we want to kind of keep this short and tight. So Mona, Paul, Tomas, who else is on here? That's Kate. Oh, she's asleep, never mind. So is there anything else that you guys would like to share? Maybe some really huge, impactful takeaways that you got from Celebration that would help each one of us move our business forward? Because we can all listen to the same conversation and not hear the same thing. So anything that you guys would like to share, I would love for you guys to share with the group.
Yeah, I got some. You know, don't be scared. I mean, you got 100% to die, 100% chance to die. And you only got 95. So what does it matter? 95% of what people say. I think that's what was said. Yeah, you got 100% chance to die. So what does it matter what 95% of people think about the way you live your life? So, I mean, who cares what people think? You know, we have gold here. We have something better than gold here. Don't be afraid. Step out there. Who cares what they think? You know, they might not like you, whatever. But, you know, as long as you're coming across respectful and helping people and showing that you care, you're going to attract those people who really want the help, who really want what we have to offer. So just jump out there. Don't be scared. Who cares what they say? You're going to fail, but who cares? You know, you use those failures as stepping stones, and just keep going. You know, I read the post that Zach posted, and you know, it was like his first presentation. You know, he only had a couple people show up. He didn't hardly know his scripts or his slides. You know, people thought he was, you know, crazy. They laughed at him, whatever. But now look at him. So, you know, just don't be scared. Get out there. Who cares what people think? In the long run, they're not going to help you anyway if they're laughing at you. So, you guys got this. We got this. We got gold. More something. The tools, the scripts. We just got to go out there and do it. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you. I know Kyle has something to share as well.
Hi. Just figuring out this mute thing while we're driving. So, one thing that I noticed that I started doing was I got back on social media. I had to kind of re-identify myself because I was watching, I like cruising through YouTube and listening to celebrities and how they present themselves. So one of the things, it was either Halle Berry or Will Smith said that you have to, if you're not in the conversation, you can't be a part of it. So me not being on Instagram or Space, then I can't be a part of the conversation, right? And that's everybody. So one of the things I did as these people were winning all these awards, I started following them. I started putting Gabriella Dean and started following her on Facebook and Twitter, or not Twitter, the InstaSnap. And then Zach Slovin, who won Man of the Year. I mean, that's kind of a cool and big deal. So why not follow them on Facebook and see how they're doing it? Because they're clearly successful. That was my 2 cents.
All right, I've got something real quick, even though I get so sick of hearing my voice. But first of all, I love all the shares. I love that Jarrett and Kyle and obviously that Chad and Anna are choosing to run this meeting, and Paul's 2 cents, and of course Tomas's because he's my best buddy. But one of the things that really jumped out at me is they said, live vibrantly. Don't just go through the motions of life. Find your life, find your light, find your vibrancy. And when you do that, you really won't care what other people are saying about you and your beautiful light and what you're bringing to the world. So once you find your light and once you find your vibrancy and once you quit going through the dumb, boring emotions, just getting up, get a shower, go to work, come back, sit on the couch, go to bed, do it again. That repeat is not very cool. It's really not. When you get up and you're like working to Disney and you're going to Disney with your family and you're going with your friends and you're showing up in Nashville and you're showing up in Phoenix and you're around all these amazing people that are sharing beautiful things from their heart, then you will start to live more and more vibrantly. And then you won't care about what those people that are simply going through the emotions of life are doing. So for each of you guys that choose to show up, that's like one step toward living your beautiful, vibrant life. And I commend you for showing up week after week. And I commend you for sharing this because I think it takes a little courage to step outside a box. From someone who's not a risk taker, I'm finding some courage to share things that a few years ago I would not have had the courage to share. So find your vibrancy, live a vibrant life, and dull and boring and just the daily motions, leave that behind. So that was another takeaway. And thank you guys for being here.
We never get tired of your voice. Mona did it again. That's 2 times in one call. More to come.
More to come.
Tomas. And
one thing I got from the leadership meeting thing that was kind of the early morning was one of the ladies on stage. I have no idea who she is or where she comes from or anything. She says she sells nothing but the Ultimate Pack. And for me, that was like music to my ears because I came in on a 30-day system and I was trying to show people a shake and shot pack or a 9-day system because in my head, I thought that people were worried about money. People are looking for solutions. And if you were to sell somebody a Ultimate Pack, which is like $1,000, and they share 3 of those, that covers their whole $1,000. They make like they're ahead in the game right there. And that's without their friends even sharing, just with the double PIBs and stuff. So once I started putting pencil to paper and looking to see that $1,000 isn't scary, that's kind of a game changer as far as for being able to cycle more and help people more where they can see everything that we have. Because there was so many products that it took me forever to realize how many different things we had just because I didn't know. I bought what I was shown and that was it. Had I been shown a President's Pack, maybe I would have bought that, or the Value Pack, I guess it is. Had I been shown the that bigger Ultimate Pack, since me and my wife started together, I might have bought that. Who knows? So anyways, show people what you want to show them, and they'll see the value in it. So anyways, for me, that was kind of some limiting beliefs that I think are gone once someone told me it's okay to show somebody that Ultimate Pack. And they get what they need. So anyways, that was another one of my 2 cents. So thank you.
So I know Annie had her hand up. I just want to piggyback on what Tomas just talked about. In this world of Amazon, Home Depot, Costco, Walmart, we find out somebody's spending $20 a day on food. We go, I can save you $10 a day. You go with the 30-day. Instead, think value pack. They're already spending that money. Say, look, I can take that money you're already spending. I can turbocharge your nutrition. I can give you stuff that's going to, work with your physiology instead of working against it. So don't always be there to, don't have the save money mindset going into it. We really have something to offer and something better. And look at the value. Don't look at the price. They're getting a much better value for the $20 a day.
Yeah, that was good phraseology, Mr. Paul. Turbocharge your nutrition.
And something with, I don't know if you guys are aware, we can now use PayPal. So even though we don't accept sort of a payment plan, PayPal does on their end. So now that they can use PayPal to pay for their pack, they don't necessarily have to pay for it all up front. So something to, to think about as well.
Awesome. Annie.
Okay. Hi, you guys. Hello. So I have a few things to say. I could not make the celebration. I was really bummed out. Last minute things came up and had to be home. But just looking at the posts of everything happening at the celebration was super motivating. And I absolutely loved it. The lives of some of the speakers I absolutely love. So thank you guys for posting and for putting those lives on there. And as far as the back office, the information, thank you for that, because that's something I didn't know. Because I couldn't go, my teammate who signed on with me and she became a consultant, I had her go and it was awesome and she loved it. And she said, you guys were really, really welcoming, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. She is in it, and she's 100% ready to go. So thank you for welcoming her as much, and as I guess, I think that you guys were definitely the the reeling her in, also celebration, but I think definitely sealed the deal in that meeting you guys. So thank you. That's what I have to say. So.
Thank you, Annie.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So can I share something about that, about what Annie just said? So Gabrielle Dean, so if you guys don't follow her, she's phenomenal. I definitely recommend that you do. So she's doing a whole bunch of, in the next 20 days, she's doing presentations. And so she offered, so she's a leader in our company, she said, you have people in New Zealand, send them to me. She goes, I will take care of them for you. So just like Annie sent your teammate and we enveloped her and we welcomed her, if there are events that are happening, not in your area, but you have people in that area, reach out to that person who's hosting it and say, hey, I have so-and-so coming. Do you mind taking care of them? And that person will for sure take care of them for you. I know I will. I know Mona will, Chad will, Tomas would, Annie would, Jarrett would, everybody would. Just reach out to that person and say, hey, I'm sending them to you because they're interested in our products. Will you take care of them? So.
Excellent. Well, couple quick notes and we can close out. Number one, it's easy to do this business. All right, we heard that phrase earlier on. It's easy to do this business. It's also real easy not to do it. It's easy to let your priorities just take over, and for building your business on a daily, consistent basis to just fall to the bottom. So it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. So it's up to you to decide, do you want to do it or don't you want to do it every single day? Number 2, share. That's what we got to do. Share. We talked about the 4 IPAs: prospect, follow up, enroll, and rank advance your team. So share, just, no different than going to Whole Foods and then liking their salad bar. You're going to share that with someone. You like a movie, you're going to share that with someone. You like a Netflix series that my wife and I got into, and we don't usually do this, but it was crazy, like scary movies. Other people are watching that because of what we shared with them. So share. Use the scripts, right? Texting. I mean, people don't often answer their phone anymore. I think we all know this. They answer text. So when you got a script, just use the script on your text, and use the script on your email and on your Facebook Messenger. So great point was made. Get to that Disney page, opt in, and look at the scripts that they're using and start those up even tonight before you go to bed. Have a little goal in mind. 5 people. Just send a script text out to 5 people before you go to bed tonight. Guarantee you one of them will have gotten back to you by tomorrow morning. Okay? And then the last point, and then we can all go to bed. Not really go to bed because we got people on the West Coast here. But duplicate what we're doing. And your team is going to duplicate exactly what you're doing on a daily basis. So duplicate what you're doing, teach people what you're doing, lead by example, like Paul mentioned, and prospect, follow up, enroll, and help your team rank advance. And that's it in a nutshell. It's the fundamentals. And Anna made the point that all these contests are built around the fundamentals, the fundamental IPAs. So what I would like to do next week, if it's all right with everyone, is we'll get into, everyone sent Opie Buchanan up on stage, right? Opie's up there. He has a matrix that he does. He and his team do a matrix on a daily basis. Some of you know about this matrix, some of you don't. And next week, if it's cool, we'll go through the matrix that they follow. And all it does is it structures your IPAs real nicely, puts them together in a package so that you get up at 5 in the morning, you get your IPAs done for the day, and then any other isogenic work that you do is gravy over the top of that. And it's really not, like I said at the beginning, it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. So if that's cool, we'll talk matrix next Tuesday. And outside of that, thank you everyone for sharing. I'm loving how this call is a bunch of shares. I want to mention it's a bunch of people sharing their heart, sharing their experiences, sharing their feelings about what's going on here. Because let's face it, we're not in corporate, right? This is not a corporate entity. A lot of us are done with the corporate scene because there's just not that camaraderie, that family feel anymore. Here there is that family feel. I can truly attest to that. People are connected all over the globe. Any event in other states, if you have someone in another state and there's a UIA or some type of event in that area, connecting with some of our team and some of the people within the company, because this is something special for sure. I think we all realize that by now. So thank you all for being on tonight, and we'll go at it next Tuesday back to the original time, back to our normal time of 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific next Tuesday night. Great to see your smiling faces on here, and enjoy your Wednesday evening.
Yes, everybody go rock your life. Love you.
Mwah. Have fun.
Bye, guys. Thank you.